Yeah, breaking news. A daring rescue this afternoon. A 2-year-old girl and her mother falling into the icy Passaic River and then pulled out by a brave police chief. Good evening, everyone. At 5 o'clock. I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Sandra Bookman in for Sade. Police say the two may have been in the water for 45 minutes before they were finally pulled to safety.
And who saved them? It was the Elmwood Park police chief's quick thinking that likely saved both of their lives. But the big question, why were they out on the ice in the first place?
New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson live this evening at the scene with the breaking details. Anthony?
Well, what we can tell you is once they pulled the 2-year-old out of the water, her body temperature was 80 degrees. Let's show you where they were out here on the Passaic River. You can see it is icy on the top layer. It is frozen, frigid, and very frosty. But that ice is very, very thin. For whatever reason, they decided to walk across the Passaic River to get to the other side of the river. And then they fell for them. And that's when the police chief made a life-saving decision.
30 seconds felt like 10 minutes. The mother was screaming. She said she couldn't hold the child anymore.
There was no time to panic as the Elmwood Park police chief makes a life and death decision to rescue a mother and 2-year-old who had gone through the ice, sinking into the river.
A gentleman from the gas station had a red kayak there. I grabbed it, I jumped in it, and I just basically clawed my way to the center in the kayak and was able to get to them.
Video from the scene was intense as the chief lifted the baby and mother into the kayak. But the kayak started to fill with the freezing water from the Passaic River. Many people driving by saw the 37-year-old mother and 2-year-old in the river and tried to help.
She was in the water right away. So I turned around, make a U-turn to go in to help her out. And we called 911. I tried to go in the river, but I slipped and I got wet too, so I couldn't go in the water.
As the chief, the mother and daughter sat in the middle of the frozen river, unable to return to the shore, firefighters in wetsuits made their way out to the kayak. One firefighter, who was 6 feet 5 inches tall, was able to tie a rope to the kayak and then pull everyone out to safety. It all played out in a daring rescue.
The rescuers doing this was extraordinary. I mean, also, too, during the pandemic, you know, it's a trying time for everyone right now, but to see them risk their lives and rescue those people, it was extraordinary.
Certainly, that is an understatement. It was an extraordinary rescue taking place out here on the Passaic River. Now, that ice is probably an inch or two thick, and we've had so many lessons that we've learned in the past about people walking on thin ice. As a matter of fact, last winter we had a number of people die trying to do that. Luckily, in this case, that did not happen. The mother and daughter were rushed over to St. Joseph's Hospital, and this rescue, thank God, they were able to make it out alive.